Welcome to the Online Health Business Podcast. My name's Jav,
Coach Mike.
and today we're hitting you with another 15-minute level up. Yes, 15 minutes straight, raw, quick podcast to just help you improve your mindset, okay? Because the big part of business is about what's happening up here.
100.
So today, quick, nice and simple, we're going to talk about the broke mindset versus the rich mindset.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie to you, obviously I do a lot of the sales calls and a lot of you guys out there got a broke mindset. So we're going to just talk about how you can overcome that, how to get out of that.
Let's do it, man.
But the first thing I want to talk about or kind of touch on is how would you identify someone with a broke mindset? What are someone with a broke mindset? What are their traits?
Alright, someone with a broke mindset. Money, perception of money.
That's important as well, you know.
Perception of money is everything, man. And you don't know what you don't know. You understand? What you see as a lot of money is just it's probably wrong. You don't have an understanding. Like, of course, appreciate money, but you don't have an understanding of what is a lot of money. You don't have an understanding of what can be achieved. You know, so that's the first thing that I think that you just got to understand. And it's not even just, it's you got to fix your own relationship with money.
With money, yeah.
You know, and which usually the best way I'd say is to spend. Do you know what I mean? On the right things, of course, but to spend and not, because I think that the first thing is that broke people hoard.
They save a lot.
They save, like they hoard every penny. Like they're watching the pennies. You know, there's that stupid saying, was it watch the pennies and the pounds will watch themselves or something like that, right? Yeah. And it's like you can't hoard your way to success.
Yeah, and I remember Danny said something like, you can't save your way into thousands. Yeah, you can't save your way out of the hood, bro. So that's true. I noticed that. Yeah. And I think that I always think back to that Meek Mill lyric, bro. Scared money don't make no money, bro.
Nah,
and that is, it's the biggest thing. So when I see coaches, and you kind of called out one of our clients.
Yeah, I had to now.
You called him out about not wanting to spend money on getting an assistant coach to literally just write his programs, and it was a one-off payment as well.
Yeah.
And that brought me back to my own thing, because we're not here to look down on people, bro. We've been
100%
in that mindset.
100%.
And that took me back to where I wouldn't even pay for Zoom. Zoom just changed their rules, bro. Zoom changed their rules, yeah? And it's only like a year and a half ago, because before, it wasn't even that long ago. And I was making money, but I still had a broke mentality. Zoom, it used to be unlimited, for one-to-one calls. Right. Then they changed it where it would only be unlimited if it was like a group of people. Yeah. But for one-to-one calls, it's 40-minute time limit.
Yeah.
So if you've got an hour sales call, you can see it. The last 10 minutes, the timer starts going down. And I was just refusing. £11 a month. And I'm just like, nah, bro. Why am I paying £11? And these times, I'm just trying to force calls on Microsoft Teams or Google.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone's so used to Zoom because that blew up over COVID.
Yeah.
So I was doing Microsoft Teams and I was missing out on so many calls because of this, because people didn't have Teams on their phone. But they couldn't do Google. I'm just like, I'm being dumb here, bro. I'm just being dumb. Like, it's actually dumb. Like, I want to grow to 10K per month and I'm not taking £10 on Zoom.
Yeah.
So there's coaches out there, they won't even upgrade their Calendly.
Yeah.
They won't upgrade Zoom. They won't pay the extra slot to upgrade their training app.
True.
Like, you can't have that, let me pinch here and there if you want to grow to 10K, 15K. And I don't think those coaches think about the bigger picture.
No, they don't, no.
Because if I tell you, bro, if you invest in my mentorship and it's $3,000 or $5,000, but I'm going to help you make $5,000 per month. What? That's a no-brainer, bro.
Yeah.
And you've got a guarantee in the contract. Yeah. And if I don't do what you say, what?
Yeah.
Brother, I'm signing that, bro.
It's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer.
So yeah, that lack of willing to invest is one trait that I see a lot of people have. I've been there. So
what else you see?
I think another one, of people with a broke mentality is immediate gratification.
Okay.
People that just want it now, like they want everything to come straight away. And that's like, this is more for people that, especially they're still maybe like doing hybrid coaching. They got some online, some face-to-face, and they're still stuck in that, £40 an hour. I got to take it. Yeah. I think if you have that mentality, you're not going to be able to grow, bro. Like, respectfully.
Yeah. You have to know how to, like, what's it called, man? Delayed gratification. You have to know how to, like, grind it out a little bit. It's sacrifice. And I always say, I'm okay with sacrifice. A lot of people ain't okay with sacrifice. And I just mean that, like, you know, you have to trade something, you have to do something. And you have to understand that, like, you know, yeah, someone's going to come in £400 for a block session, £500, whatever. But, you know, you have to understand that how much time is that going to take away from you? Do you know what I mean? How much, you know, hours in the gym where you can't even go on your phone, you know, you got to do that. Like, it's going to take a lot from you. And one of the biggest mindset shifts you have to make when you're online is how much of that time can I spend, you know, getting another client? So yeah, someone pays £400 up front for whatever block sessions and they might quit in 2 months or whatever. But then what if I get somebody, like if I don't take that and then within that week I can get 2, 3, 4 online clients paying $250 a month each, or one of them paying in full, you've made more. But by taking a risk, so that's another thing as well, man. I think, you know, the broke mentality is you don't want to take no risk. You don't want to ever risk anything. Like, you just want to play everything safe and just, you know, like you said, scared money don't make any money. So, you know, you got to be prepared to take risk, man, to really make it, man.
And you got to take risk because with bigger risks, bigger rewards.
Rewards, yeah.
And I was looking at something in my notes the other day, and it was about, I was reading like my sales script, and there's an objection break that I've got, and it was talking about like making an investment. Like, it was about crypto, and it was like, oh, 15 years ago or 10 years ago, it was thought that to even invest £100 into crypto was like a mad risk. But if you did that back then, what would that £100 be worth now in crypto? It will be mad. So I always think, you got to be willing to take risk, man. I think another thing, is people that are not making as much as they'd like to, that got poor mentalities, they don't respect their own time. They do not value their own time. They do not care about their own time, bro.
That's true.
And the way that I know that is because they will say things like, you know, let me get myself in a better position and then I'll get back to you, or let me try on my own and I'll get back to you. The reason I know that person doesn't respect their time is because they don't have all the tools and the skills and the ability to get to where they want to get to, but they're not willing to invest to save them time to get there quicker. Therefore, they might say, oh, I want to try on my own. And they will try for another 6 months after they've already been trying for 1.5 years and lose the time that they could have.
That's mad.
That 6 months, they could have done it in 12 or 8 weeks. But they didn't want to invest. So therefore, they don't value their time because they would have wasted another 6 months to make it happen.
100%. So it's true. Concept of time is very skewed. I always say it like, it's funny, like, you know, you always hear the saying like, you know, if a millionaire loses it all, they'll make it back like with less than a year. And I think the reason being is, like, for example, right, the everyday person will look past, you might look past an abandoned building, right? You think, oh, wow, like that could be a flipping theme park, or that could be like a restaurant. That would be good. And then immediately what happens is you think, oh, but then, you know, that'll take a lot of investment, and then I have to do this, and then I have to, you know, and then I probably wouldn't do that. And you don't go for it. You never go for it. The millionaire who's just lost it all will look at that and think, opportunity. They're going to start making calls. They're going to start, they don't have those limitations in their mind of, oh, this might happen. And no, it's like, let's flip and do it and try it out fully. And then before you know it, like you said, you risk big, you win big. You know what I'm trying to say to you. And also I think there's the speed of which they would do that would be much faster, because they understand, one, that it can work. And then they understand that their time is the most valuable asset. You know, I always say that to people. A lot of people don't understand that, man. Like, your time is your most valuable asset. That's the most important thing to me. So I think about that all the time. I tell coaches like that jump on a program and they think, look, like, yes, we're very personal where we jump on calls with you. A lot of coaches, mentors don't do that, but we do jump on calls with you. We work with you personally, but don't get it twisted. Don't disrespect man's time. Do you get what I mean? Like, don't think that you're going to like miss calls and then get another and all this.
If you miss a call, you ain't getting next month.
Yeah, done. Like, you don't disrespect my time. Do you know what I mean? Don't ask stupid questions. Like, I know some people say there's no stupid. Of course, ask questions, but don't ask something dumb. Don't try and get me to do something you should be doing. So yeah, time is the most like valuable asset, man.
Yeah. And I think that like one of the big things that can help a lot of coaches is if they recognized the ignorancy tax that is happening right now. Because like you got to remember, yeah, we're not perfect. So it's not like, oh, we're super rich and we're telling you guys, hey, you're poor. You got this mindset.
No.
Because like, we're not making $1 million a month. So there is a gap in our knowledge from where we are now to the $1 million a month stage.
Yeah.
So what are we doing to close that gap? We're trying everything we can every day to work out how to close that gap.
We're meeting with new people. We're reaching out to the people who do know. We've spent over 50K in terms of mentors, programs, different, even much more than that. Now we just spent again on the weekend. Like we don't have that ignorance.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
We can't have it. Yeah.
No, we're not idiots. We're not just going to give everyone, money because they say so. We will do our due diligence. But we're always going to look and see who knows more, who's in a better position, who can help us bridge the gap. And people aren't thinking like that. They're just scared. You're just living life scared.
Which leads me to one other thing. But before I get to that, because we're going to get a bit deep, bit political in a second. But
go on.
That gap, right? So that gap between us knowing how to get to $1 million a month versus 20K, 30K a month, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're investing in knowledge and skills to close that gap.
Yeah.
And the ignorancy tax that a lot of coaches face is, I say to them, look, the fact that you don't know how to make 10K a month is costing you 10K per month. Yeah. And that, some people don't understand that concept in itself.
Knowledge itself.
They don't understand that, yeah. Because if you knew how to make that money, you would make that money.
Yeah.
It goes back to what you said at the start. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So the coaches that are struggling, yeah, it's because of the ignorance of not knowing how to do it and not even wanting to or willing to learn and invest in skills to close that gap.
Yeah.
And that's something that, you're going to get over time, which leads me to what you just said about that scared mindset. And I think a lot of it is the people that do have a broke mentality, they read too much news, bro. They read too much news, bro. They're too plugged in, bro.
I couldn't even tell you the news, how to find it. I don't even know.
They're too plugged in. And they're too plugged into what's happening in the mainstream media.
It's in the water, bro. And you know what? We're here to help. And I'll be very honest with you, right? Like, it's in the water. If you are in the UK and a lot of parts, America less, but even a lot of parts of America as well. And just regardless of even what country you're in, your environment, what happens is 90% of you have a shit mind state. You have a negative mind state. You have a scared mind state. Like, a lot of you are going to have that because it's just like what you said. It's the news. It's what you're surrounded by. And it's the fucking media. And like we're not here to beat around the bush. They are sowing fear. That is, it's their job.
It's fear-based.
It's their job to sow fear. And if you understand anything, like in terms of the politics of it, and just in terms of the the people in control of the wealth and the money and the economy, it's in their favor to do that.
Yeah.
It's in their favor to have a scared economy. It's in their favor to have a scared people who are, all their monies are always going to be in banks instead of investing it because you get what I mean? Like,
and they just follow along, or it's just status quo and save my money, get a house, do this, pay my taxes, like
100%.
And you get stuck in that just run of the mill thing, and it just creates everyone's a sheep. Yeah, there's a few people up there, some people are really down there, and the majority are just like right there.
Yeah,
there. And there's some people trying to get out because they can see, I've got to start doing things differently. But everyone, but they induce you with the media and
what holds them people that back? And I think this is where you become a fucking savage, when you learn and you understand that it's the people, it's the crabs.
The
crabs in the bucket that are just trying to pull you down through the thinking. You tell the wrong person something and that already just, it messes you up. Yeah. Bro, I can't tell most of my friends, family people, the goals. I can't, bro.
Yeah.
They have no perception. They won't even. It sounds crazy to them. But I'm like, no, like, it's not crazy. Like, I met someone that just did. I just met someone that did it.
Yeah. We just sat down in the Bible.
Like, they just did it. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? And they ain't got two heads. They have not got two heads.
Yeah.
So like, you have to understand the people, and that's why I love our client Joel, bro. He's a real one, because I reposted his video. He's talking about, like, you have to understand 90% of people have a negative mindset.
Negative.
So you need to break free, and then 90% of people have a broke mindset. That's why the wealth lies with the 5% and 10%.
That's true.
So you have to understand that you need to break away, and that's why I always talk about sacrifice. And one of it is the conversations you're having all the time, the people you're surrounding yourself with mostly. You need to sacrifice them, bro. You have to push them to the side and say, look, like, when we link up, it's fun vibes, it's chilly.
Yeah,
that's what it is. But when it comes to the boom, like, I'm gonna spend my time with,
Yeah, and I want to keep this at 15 minutes because this is a specific episode.
Level up,
But that's the 15-minute level up. A bit harsh. I know some of you might have taken it to heart, but we come with a good spirit. Yeah, we come from a good place. So
if you do it, you'll win. That's one thing.
Exactly.
If you do it, if you switch the mindset up, you'll win, man.
Yeah, and it's all about winning in 2024. So
That's it.
it's the Online Health Business Podcast, the 15-minute level up. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, incorporate and implement. Yeah.
Boom.
Peace.